Hey there. Welcome to another episode of Heart and Hustle, Visionary Healers, Movers, and Shakers. I am your host, Paulette Rees-Denis, here to bring you magic makers from around the globe, people who are creating change, who have small businesses, large businesses, hobbies, but they are creating the life of their dreams. And that, my friends, is what living is all about. So let us know how you like this episode. Please subscribe, and we'll see you there. Thanks for joining. All right. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Heart and Hustle, Visionary Healers, Movers, and Shakers. I am your hostess with the mostest, Paulette Rees-Denis. I am your transformational lifestyle and coach for business and lifestyle creative women looking for change, connection, and new stuff. And yes, because you know what I'm talking about, Mindy. So Mindy is on a very similar path as me. In fact, we've had very similar backgrounds, which we don't know yet. But
no, we don't.
And but I'm happy to have Mindy Ruddock here with us today. And she is up in Massachusetts, where it's still really cold.
Yes, it is still very cold.
Well, I'm so happy to have you here and so happy to actually meet you here on Zoom and have you here on the show and get to introduce you to all our people here. And you are a woman full of magic.
I try to be, yes.
And which is what I love. I love that about all my guests, doing healing, coaching, magic, creativity, changes, making change in the world, making change with yourself, and how you have stepped into your glory, your passion, your dreams, your business.
Yes.
Right? So, welcome.
Thank you so much.
And I will let you tell our people a little bit more about who you are and what you do.
So, as Paulette said, my name is Mindy Ruddock. I'm an intuitive women's wellness coach, as well as an intuitive healer. My journey to wellness has been a long and winding path. Hence, the name of my business is The Wellness Path. Everybody's path to wellness is different, and I love exploring that. My path to wellness started at a young age. Been a dancer. Started dancing when I was about 5 years old.
Me too.
Went on to get my bachelor's degree in dance and taught dance for quite some time. And then unfortunately, I was injured. I tore my calf muscle. During a jump, did what I tell my students not to do and thought ahead to the next thing and landed the jump and didn't end so well. My sons were very young at the time. They were 8 months and 2 years old. And mama doesn't heal like she once did. So this is the first fork in the road, because my dream was to teach dance. I was given a gift at a young age, and I needed to pass that gift on. I needed to share that with others. My husband, as sweet as he is, allowed me to mourn the loss of my dance life and recommended I look at different things. And I actually went to massage school. I took my body knowledge, what was already given to me, and I just shifted how I used that gift. And I became a licensed massage therapist. I was on the Massachusetts State Regulatory Board for massage therapy for a few years. And the path continued and the journey changed. And I became an esthetician, and wellness still very big in my life. And now it's just translated slightly differently. Both my sons are martial artists, and mom started taking karate class.
Oops. I love that.
My husband also started taking class because he didn't want to be the only one in the house not doing it. And our journey has shifted, and now we are co-owners of a karate school. I run and I teach our preschool karate program. So I'm not teaching dance anymore, but I'm still using that language that I learned. Now I'm just kind of translating it a little differently.
Right. Well, it's movement. It's
Yes.
still body consciousness and awareness and movement. And
Yes.
yeah.
And as I was a massage therapist, I also started discovering I had this natural ability. I'd have these clients come to me and be like, oh, I'm hurting here. Oh, this is killing here. And then I'd be told, oh, that was the best massage I've ever had in my life. And as a massage therapist, you're like, you say that to everyone. But I started realizing things about myself that I really wasn't just massaging these people. I was affecting their energies. I was working with them a different way. And I started realizing I'm a healer. It's what I do. It's what I love doing. And now I have all these new gifts that I love and appreciate, and I want to pass on to people just as much as that dance teacher in me wanted to pass those gifts on.
Yes. Right. Well, see, and that's what I mean. So we've had some similar paths. So I grew up dancing, ballet, jazz, tap.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And was doing that. And, I went a few different paths, rock and roll and art school and fashion, and then became a massage therapist.
Oh my goodness.
I know. And then I fell back into the dance world, and that's how I developed my dance company and the style that I've created. And then, we transition, we're multi-passionate.
Yes. Yes.
So, you've shifted through different genres and different ways of using your skills, of using your passion, which is really gorgeous to be able to find that, because a lot of people get so lost, right? They know they have these skills, and how do they bring them together as a multi-passionate?
No, it's not an easy thing. It's sometimes learning to uncover, as a mom, learning to uncover, what was I before I was a mom? What was I before I did this? What do I like? What is drawing me? What is pulling me? It's gonna change and evolve as we change and evolve. I mean, going back to my movement roots, I now teach yoga. I got yoga certified, and my focus in college was modern dance. And okay, apparently I was doing yoga every day, because it's finding, that's what I call myself a finder of magic, because not only am I sharing my magic, I want others to share their magic. So I want to help you find what that spark, what that joy, what's that thing inside you. Me, it's movement and wellness. Yes. But for you, it might be drawing or using clay or whatever it is, spreading that with the world, because that's what the world needs now. The world needs us.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. So much. And now along that path, you got into gemstones and crystal work. And so talk about that a little bit.
I was that little girl that would go for a walk with her parents and siblings. And I wasn't just picking up rocks. I was picking up mica. I was picking, now I know, quartz and all these different things. And it's just been a part of me. And I fell out of it as our paths turn and change in life. And my focus was on different things. But I recently, as recent as like 3 years ago, fell back into my love of crystals. And I like to get to know crystals on a personal level, I guess you could say. I love exploring all the different energies they bring to the table, all the different magic they have in of themselves, all their healing properties. And I use crystals a lot when I work with clients. I kind of do like a form of like crystal Reiki. And I use the energy of the crystals to work with clients and stuff. And it's just another tool in my toolbox.
Right. So are you, and how long, well, all your life, you've been on this path all your life. So what's been hard? What's been the obstacles in making this a business for yourself?
Me. I have a tendency of getting in my own way. I have a tendency of interpreting in my head what I think other people are thinking, even though I never took a minute and asked what those people were thinking. And my head always plays it out as something bad. I'm the weird one. I'm the crazy crystal lady. And now,
thank you for that.
now embracing it and letting it out and shining and letting the world and those people who've been a part of my life see this side of me. That's the empowering part. Now I want to do more. Now I want to share more. Now I want to grow more. Now I want to experience new, different ways of doing it and stuff. So yeah, getting out of my own way was my biggest. As many people around me in my life empower me and tell me I can do things, if I don't believe that myself, I'm not going to do it. I do a lot with affirmations. And the one that really finally I feel like set me free is I trust myself. And once I fully didn't just say it, but fully believed it and unwrapped it and rewrapped it and just sat with it, the more I actually really, truly did start trusting myself.
Beautiful. That's really beautiful. And affirmations, I think, are so important because you're your own best friend. You're your own person. And
Yes,
you have to show up and participate. That's what I say all the time. You have to participate in your life.
I mean, there's so many things in our life that we're searching for. I didn't realize. So I have an extremely supportive husband. My sons, they're now 13 and 15, and they are the most supportive people I have around me. But I was still searching for support because I wasn't supporting myself. I wasn't giving it to me. There were still things I was kind of reaching and grabbing and trying to find. But I had to do the work. I had to sit with my shadow. I had to sit with my inner child. And I had to say, what am I doing for me?
Right. So what do you do for you, like every day?
Everything. No, I've learned this is the biggest thing I learned for myself. I learned to set out that boundary that if it doesn't feel right for me, I don't do it. If it doesn't coincide with what I need right now, I don't do it. And if it does make sense for me, if it does help me, if it does make my house a better house to be in, make all of us better people to be around, then I go for it and I do it. So as selfish as I hate that word as it is, we have to do it from time to time.
But so that's interesting because I think we need to relook at how we look at the word selfish. Instead of hating that word, embracing that word.
Yes.
Right. And again, you're your own person. You're your own best friend. And if you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for you.
Absolutely not.
Not in a way that's going to work for you. Right. And if it's not a hell yeah, then why bother?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And,
yeah.
And if it's a kind of a maybe, that's not strong enough.
Nope.
And like you said, you trust yourself. You've got to trust and listen and feel it, right? Embody it. And you as a movement maker, it's just so good. And then you can move forward with every part of your being.
Yeah. You can't just wish for it, hope for it, pray for it. You got to do the work.
Yeah.
You've got to, we all have hopes, dreams, and wishes. And that's what they'll stay if you don't put the work in. If you take that first step forward, watch what can unfold. My first step forward into fully embodying this wellness side of my life happened about 3 years ago right now, I was creating an event for women at our karate school. I call it Mojo at the Dojo.
Love it.
It's an hour of physical movement, some sort of chit chat, talky lesson thing in the middle, and then meditation, relax and release. I designed that first one and I went, this is what I need to be doing. This is how this is what the world needs for me. Unfortunately, I went to go do my second event, and that's when the world went into lockdown.
Right. Yeah.
So
I had a retreat planned in Costa Rica.
Oh man.
And that, bam, over. Never mind.
All right, mine was 5 miles from my house, not Costa Rica. So
but I mean, yes, it has changed the world. It has changed the way we work. It has changed the way we look at things. And for me, in so many ways, way better, because I'm about change.
Yes.
I'm about evolving and growing and using the gifts that have come my way. But some people that frightens them. It's not trusting themselves.
I think as a world, pre-pandemic, we were very complacent. We were very happy how things were.
Right.
I'm in Massachusetts. We went into lockdown like that, and it was rough. It forced us to slow down. It forced us to refocus. It forced us to, what are my boundaries now? My children are home from school now. I'm working. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. What are you doing? Oh no, I can't do that right now. Those words started entering our vocabulary. Oh no, I can't attend that meeting right now. I'm sorry. And it really, I loved most every minute of it.
No, I know, right? Oh, yeah.
There were a couple days there where I was a little dicey, but I took it for what it was. It just so happened that right before that, I really started my deep dive into mindfulness. And I just kept focusing on the moment, focus on the now. I don't know what the future is going to bring for me.
Yeah. And what saddens me a little bit about the whole thing is that people are now, you can blame COVID for a lot of things, but don't keep blaming COVID.
Nope.
If you're not getting up and doing it.
Yep. At some point you got to look in the mirror instead of looking through. You got to look in it and figure out what's the next thing I need to do. You can't
do it.
Yeah. Don't get stagnant. Stagnant isn't good. Stagnant energy stagnant anything is just not, it's not rewarding. You're not going to get from it what you want if you're not doing.
Beautiful. All right, what's next for you?
I don't know yet. Well, I'm always moving. I'm always doing something. I'm always having different thoughts. I'm always having different things go on. I have a couple little course ideas that I'm working on in my mind and kind of playing out. I have I recently, that day that Facebook and Instagram went dark.
Right.
I had to I took a minute and I found a way that I can access an app and my clients we can still talk through an app. So I have a Magic in the Shadows program. It's a 6-week, it's kind of self-guided, but it includes a weekly one-on-one chat with me and a weekly group chat with everybody in the process. But one person might be in group week 3 while someone's in week 6. So it's kind of an interesting dive through, and it involves self-care, and it talks about crystals, and we sit with our inner child and our younger self, and we identify the patterns so we stop repeating them. So that one's been fun to play with because I unpackaged a whole bunch of stuff in myself while creating that one.
Okay, good, beautiful. I love it. We as the teachers, as the leaders, we go through it too. we have to go through it, or how can we lead it? How can we teach it?
Yeah. I love being able to experience that side of things. And as much as, I mean, they're not failures, but the concepts and ideas that you come up with, the ones that just don't turn into anything, they evolve into so many other things that who knows what the next step is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm slowly working my way through. I finally sat down after years of saying it and I started writing my book, my story, and I'm working my way through that. It has a lot to do with witchy wellness and witchiness, and my story is intertwined with it as we go. So I'm not the type, I won't sit down and do it for 6 hours a day. Oh my God, that would destroy me. But I'll write a little bit here and there, and I'll go back and change thoughts, and it might take forever to get through it, to write it, but
no, it won't take forever.
it's a process I'm enjoying right now. So we'll see what that unfolds like.
Beautiful. Love that. Well, and I put out 4 books, and it is a rewarding experience as well as an education on many levels.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, I'm a writer, so that's, do it. I love people that do it.
Yeah, you gotta dig deep and find it sometimes, but once it starts flowing, oof, it can flow.
Yeah, and then trusting yourself to let it flow.
Yep.
That's the beauty. That's the journey in the whole thing, right?
Absolutely.
God, gorgeous.
Never
Wow.
ending.
Okay. Any, this has been a really quick and wonderful conversation. Any last words of anything that you want to share?
I'm being very drawn to tell everybody to trust their intuition, follow their intuition. You're not going to leave yourself astray.
Oh, great way.
I mean, I tell my karate students, I work with adults as well. I'll tell them from time to time, they'll be like, oh, but I don't want to get hurt. Well, then don't get hurt. You're not going to let yourself get hurt if that's the journey. You're not going to make a wrong choice. It just might not be right now. Mm-hmm. It'll all happen.
Nice. It will all happen if you believe in yourself, in your journey, in your dreams, in your visions.
That's what it comes down to. And even 12 years ago, when I was in massage school, I had a Facebook memory pop up recently, and it was an offhand comment to someone that I said, yeah, I'll let you know when I open my women's wellness clinic. And it hits me that, like, yeah, doing it.
Awesome. Yep. I love it. And sometimes, you say those things and then you forget. You kind of give them up to the universe, and then all of a sudden, there it is.
Yep. Get that little smack upside the head to remind you.
Awesome. I love it. Well, you are on a gorgeous path, and you're doing incredible work in the world.
Thank you.
And may you continue, and many blessings to you. And thank you for sharing your story here with me and with us today.
Thank you for letting me share my story.
Yes. And thank you, everyone out in Heart and Hustle Land. Yet another beautiful conversation here on Heart and Hustle. And I am Paulette Rees-Denis. Again, if you're just tuning in, and we had Mindy Ruddock here today. And what a great, beautiful, short and sweet conversation about making things happen, creating change, and the desires you want to be and see in the world. You'll see all of Mindy's contacts in my blog post, so you can check in with her and see what she's doing and sign up for her list and whatever. My phone is buzzing. I'm so sorry. And until we meet again, many blessings. Mwah.